Do you know what is the best way to store your cryptocurrencies safely? In today's video, we'll talk about the different ways to store your cryptocurrencies. Hard wallets, wallets on your phones, paper wallets, and online wallets. Let's dive right in. Hi everyone, my name is Mark and welcome to O-Trading. By the way, I post video regarding cryptocurrency news on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So if you're like me and you like whatever happened in the cryptocurrency or Bitcoin universe, subscribe to these channels. Now let's talk safety of your cryptocurrency. If you're like most of the users, when you buy your first Bitcoin or you receive your first cryptocurrency, you store them on an online exchange or an application on a website. But what's important to know is where the private key of these coins resides. In most cases, the website or the application control the private key. That means that they control the coins. In the cryptocurrency universe, there's a saying. It says, not your key, not your Bitcoins. It means that if you don't control the private key of these Bitcoins, they're fundamentally not yours. In almost every case, the cryptocurrency exchange don't give you the access to the private key of these coins. That means that they fundamentally control these coins. If something happened with the cryptocurrency exchange or your account, you get hacked or they get hacked, you lose your coins. If the developers of this exchange or this application decide to walk away with all your funds, they can easily do it. These online exchange and online wallet can be perfectly fine to store your pocket change, small amount of cryptocurrencies, but it's very reckless to leave large amounts of funds over a long period of times on these exchange or these online wallets. Because if something happens, you can lose easily everything. To make the analogy between a bank and an online exchange, it's a bit like bank. You deposit money in a bank and of course it's more useful than having all your money all the time with you because it's easier to access your money at the bank and all. But if something happened to the bank, there's a run on the bank or the bank just collapses, then you can also lose all your money. So for small amounts of money, it's probably more useful to have them at the bank than always carrying on you. But for a very large amount of money, it starts to be risky to have all your money in one bank. So it's pretty much the same way with cryptocurrency. If you store all your cryptocurrency on one online exchange, the risk that that exchange go bankrupt or collapse or get hacked is not extremely high, but if it happens, you lose everything you have. This is why we recommend people that own large amount of cryptocurrency to own also a hard wallet, a device that will store their private key for them and make it much more secure to store all their cryptocurrency and their Bitcoins. Especially since the cryptocurrency universe is much less regulated than banks are. There's much more chance than a cryptocurrency exchange or a cryptocurrency online wallet just leave with all your money than a bank will just collapse. But even banks do collapse. In 2008, major banks in USA collapsed and users and folks like me and you just lose all their money in one day. So to protect you from the risk of losing your cryptocurrencies, experts will recommend you a hard wallet. This is basically a USB key that will store your private key and will allow you to create transactions, receive and send money, Bitcoins, to other persons while never sending your private key to your computer. So you can use a shared computers or a computer full of virus and you're sure that your private key still remain very secure because it remain always on the key, on the hard wallet, on that USB key. These devices generally range in price between $50 and $200, with the cheaper models allowing you to store only the major cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Bitcoin Cash, and the most expensive models allowing you to store up to 900 altcoins different, and will have other features like saving your passwords for website and be used as a second factor authentication on website and applications. There's a few brands of hard wallets. The two most well-known brands are Ledger and Trezor. Me personally, I'm having a Trezor 1. It's one of the cheapest model, and it allows you to store most of the basic, the most well-known cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, and a few other. When you first set up your device, the device will give you a series of words. Depending the security level you choose, it's going to be 12, 18, or 24 words. Those are what we call a seed words. Those are the recovery tool that you're going to have to keep to recover your wallet if you lose access to your hard wallet, or if you lose the PIN to get access and create transactions. So these 12, 18, 24 words are basically as valuable as your hard wallet or even more. So you have to handwritten them on a piece of paper. They usually give you a little booklet to write them down. And this booklet, these paper, will be worth all the Bitcoin you own. So if you lose them or you let them loose if you want and anyone have access to them, anyone can access your Bitcoins. So it's very important to store them very safely and to never write down these words on your computer, because you never know, you could have a keylogger or any software, hacking software on your computer that will record any of these words and be able to recover your Bitcoins from them. After having copying these seeds words, you're going to also choose a PIN, basically a password, to access the hard wallet. This will allow you to create transactions and also to see the balance of your Bitcoins or other cryptocurrencies on this hard wallet or making updates. If you lose this PIN, this is where your seeds words become very important. If you lose this PIN, this is where your seeds word become very important to be able to recover the funds you have on your hard wallet. And this is the same thing if you lose that device. You can recover it by buying another device or just logging on an online wallet or an application wallet on your phone and type these seed words in it. So again, these seeds words contain all the Bitcoins you have, and the hard wallet allow you to create transactions without giving your private key to your computer or to your phone. This is the main security in between your computer and your private key. Then the second type of security level, if you want, that comes in second place in terms of security will be an application wallet, a hard wallet, but in your phone. So basically an applications that run on your phone that will keep and encrypt your private key inside of your phones. Most phones are way more secure than your computer, especially if you're having Windows. So Android or iOS is much safer and harder to access and install viruses in than any Windows computers. So for that reason, it comes in second place, and the application will usually encrypt all the information on the application, so your private key. So any other application that have access also to your file on the computer don't really understand your private key. And the application will also encrypt the information it stores on the phone to keep your private key and all the other information very safe. An application wallet like that is much safer than an online exchange or an online wallet, but it comes in second place after the hard wallets because there's still a risk of you losing your phone or the phone getting hacked, even if it's much less frequent than a Windows computer, for example. These applications tend to work similarly to a hard wallet, so they're going to give you a seeds word series of 12, 18, or 24 words to write down. And again, don't write them down on a computer or on a password software. Write them down by handwriting on a piece of paper that you're going to keep extremely safe, but somewhere you can still have access to and you know where it is. And a PIN to have access to the applications. These type of wallets tend to be more useful and user-friendly than a hard wallet because we often have our phone at the end of our fingertips, always around us. So it's easier to make transactions and all. You don't have to find where is the hard wallet and connect it to the computer and all. It's just easy, just as you're opening any other applications. The downside of it is that you can easily lose your phone could get hacked, someone else could have access to your phone and get access to your Bitcoins or your cryptocurrencies. These type of wallet will be very good for small amount or medium amount of cryptocurrency, but if you have a really large amount of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, I will really recommend you buy a hard wallet. These applications I could recommend on top of my head, Mycelium's, Edge, and Bread wallets as three good choices that work for iOS and for Android device. A third type of wallet that you could use to store your Bitcoin outside of a cryptocurrency exchange or a cryptocurrency online wallet will be what we call a paper wallet. Since basically your Bitcoin stores only on a public and private key, you don't need any device. The device don't keep your Bitcoins physically. They just keep the information, your public key safe. So you could generate a public and a private key and store your Bitcoin on these addresses. The only problems, and it's a big one, is that a lot of those websites that will give you access to a public and private key are corrupted. So they store the information that they give you. They store the private and the public key. So in that case, you end up sending in money to an address, and the owner of the website also have access to your fund. So it's very unsafe this way. And even for the websites that are trustworthy and they're not corrupt, they don't record the information that they provide you, there's still the risk that your computer is being affected by a virus or any malware that will record the information that you see on your screen, or that the information gets recorded in between your computer and the server that have the website. So these, as they work, it's a way to store your money, but it's definitely from far the worst way to store large amount or any Bitcoins for what it matters, you know. Anyone could have access to the funds, and it's very hard to know if your address, your wallet is compromised or not. You know, the only way is to put money and see if the money remained there. But someone, if it's such a small amount, someone could not touch it right away, hoping that you deposit more money, and it's only when you finally have good amount of money that they finally withdraw everything without you to know. So that's one of the main issue with paper wallets, is that it's very hard to know if the website you're using is corrupted, or if your computer itself has some viruses and your computer is corrupted. That's why, and I repeated that many times already, it's very important to never copy your seed phrase or your private key directly on the computer. Your public key could be public knowledge, and that's perfectly fine. But your private key or your seed word are to keep very secrets in handwriting on a piece of paper and for you only to be used. So to conclude, I will suggest you try first hard wallet application that work on your phone, like the Mycelium application, Edge, or Bread wallet. By the way, I'm not sponsored by any of the company I've been naming during this video, not even Trezor, even if it's the thumbnails of the video. But it will give you a good idea of how it works, and it will allow you to test, make a few tests with a small amount, just to see, keeping your seed word safe and all. And if you have more amount of money, then it could be very wise to invest in a hard wallet that you're going to keep even more safer, and it's going to keep all your fund way safer. But one good rule of thumb in any case for everything in cryptocurrency universe is to diversify. So I named 3 different applications. There's a ton more. You could, if you have 1 Bitcoin, if you have 0.01 Bitcoin, you could diversify and invest, 1/3 in one of these. So even if one day there's a hack and one of these applications is corrupted, still you're not at risk of losing that much money, because you have split your fund, your cryptocurrency, in 3 different or even more different way of storing your money, your fund. So that is definitely what I will suggest, is diversify how you put your money in. It's the same thing with cryptocurrency exchange. If you're using one main exchange and you put all your crypto funds in one exchange, if one day this exchange get hacked or decided to do an exit scam, then you lose everything. It's much more wiser to have a few different exchanges and split your fund in a few different exchanges, and it'll push you to get acclimated with more exchange. If this video gave you any good information whatsoever on how to store your cryptocurrency safely, please smash the like button. This really helped me growing these channels. Also, I post new video on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday regarding cryptocurrency news. So if you like crypto like me, just subscribe to this channel so you get notification whenever I post new video. On that, have a great day.